And what's going on, you guys? What is going on, you guys? What is going on, you guys? This is your boy, Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess, where we talk about celebrity gossip, hot topics, and all things reality TV based. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. And I intend on doing the exact same thing. What is going on, y'all? What's going on, y'all? Now, before we get into today's mess, let me let you guys know what we got coming up on the platform. First of all, I'm sorry I'm late. I was trying to be on time, but I was laying down in the bed because I just got home from work about 30 minutes ago, and I was trying to give me a little rest in before I started this. But it is what it is. But however, we're gonna start it off with this. Now, tonight is Yes for the Music featuring Vindication. Okay, we will be going live tonight around, I think it's 9 Eastern time. I think it is 9 p.m. Eastern time. Be sure to tune in for Yes for the Music featuring Vindication. But we talk about all things music. You guys know that it's a fun show. We talk about music and just make it a little bit more fun. Okay, so that's basically what Yes for the Music is. I'm sorry. Also on tomorrow, be sure to tune in to Who Was Wrong featuring not old school, but Schoolboy. We'll be talking about Jackie versus Evelyn tomorrow at noon Eastern time, okay? Noon Eastern time. Be sure to tune in, all right? All right, and we're already over 100 people in the chat. I really appreciate you guys for tuning in, y'all. And let's just say that the TGIF story is the story that keeps on giving, okay? I don't foresee us being on this live for too long, okay? I don't see it because it's mainly clips. Now, before we even get into this, I need to send 2 shout outs to 2 content creators. One is my friend, and the other one is a content creator that I've worked with before and that I respect. House of Aaron and ConsciouzTV. These clips, these Zoom calls, they're like a mixture of what I got from both ConsciouzTV and House of Aaron, okay? I know Mad Beefs. Shout out to Mad Beefs. I don't know if you guys follow Mad Beefs or not on Twitter, but I do follow Mad Beefs. I believe I do, and I always get the tea from them a lot of the times. I know that Mad Beefs actually posted some of Aaron's clips on their Twitter page. And I know that Conscious actually had the Zoom call as well. I don't know who had it first, but I'm giving them both the credit. I don't want to get struck by nobody. And I fuck with both of them. I've worked with both of them. And I'm actually friends with one. So I'm just giving everybody their credit before we even get this thing started, y'all. And if you want like all the tea on this situation, I will say that ConsciouzTV and Aaron, they have both been, on point with this story, helping out other content creators like myself to piggyback off this story and give my opinion. Me, Jamie, T, giving our opinions on this story. And I'm gonna tell y'all, this is the story that keeps on giving. I love it. But first things first, if you have not subscribed to my platform, be sure to do so right now, okay? Because we have a great time over here. We review reality shows. We talk about the gossip. We do all the messy shit over here. We do it all over here, honey. So make sure you guys do it. Make sure you guys do it. Subscribe. So anyways, let's get into it. Now, we already know what's been going on. Carlos King set the internet world ablaze when he decided to sit down with YouTube OG, YouTube legend, however, Funky Dineva. Well, Funky Dineva discussed TGIF, his departure from TGIF, as well as his opinions on Armon Wiggins and his disappointment of Armon Wiggins. Okay, that's how the story originated. Okay, then the story continued once Armon Wiggins decided to respond and spill all the foxhole, all of the TGIFT in his response to Funky Dineva's interview with Carlos King. Then Funky Dineva responded. He didn't really go off on Armon, but he stood 10 toes down on what he said as far as Armon being immature and things like that. However, he also found himself in a pickle because he did not know if he was in a Phaedra and Portia type of situation. Funky was in one of those moves where, Phaedra, tell me what's going on? That's was one of those things that, you know, Funky was in. So he reached out to Armon. They said they'll talk. Claudia also spoke on the situation. She called Armon phone while he was on live, honey. She validated a lot of things that he said. But the only person that ain't said a damn word is Al Reynolds. So before we even get into these Zoom calls, let's be 100%, y'all. Let's be real, right? People be getting so mad when you don't agree with the person that's the most popular. They be so mad. That's one thing that I've said from the very beginning with this story, okay? I don't give a how many subs you got. I don't care how big you are than me. If I don't agree, I don't motherfucking agree. Okay, that don't make me no hater. They don't make me shit. I state the truth. I speak the truth, and I say what I see. If I can be stood corrected, I can be. But if I see it a certain type of way, then that's how I see it. Okay. Now, I don't think there's anybody that's innocent in this situation. As I've stated before, I think we've all said this time and time again. Everybody played a part in this. Everybody, you know, had a hand in the demise of what TGIF was, okay? Al and Funky had an issue with fucking Claudia. You know what I'm saying? Funky left their show. They brought Armon in. Not only that, Al started being cool with Armon. He let Armon know that Claudia didn't like him or whatever the shit it was. They got to be cool. He had, you know, he plotted to get Armon on his side against Claudia, all those things. And then next thing you know, Claudia and Armon get to be cool. Claudia tells Armon that she didn't want him on the show at first. They have a conversation. Everything's fine. They find out that Al's sneaky ass has been talking about the both of them to each other, and it all goes to hell. And not only that, he got favoritism in the offices of Foxhole. Okay? So everybody was blaming Claudia. Not only was everybody blaming Claudia, but everybody was also blaming Armon. If you see a whole lot of YouTube videos, because let me tell y'all, I ain't the type of YouTuber that sit around and say, I don't watch other YouTubers, because baby, I do. I don't even understand why people like to play that game. Oh, I don't watch other YouTubers. And this don't even just go to Funky. This goes to a lot of YouTubers. You know what I mean? They be acting like they don't watch other folks. Like, nigga, you watch these people. Like you do. Because if you didn't watch them, how do you know how do you know who got next if you don't watch nobody? You watch these people. You've seen their videos. You know who they are. Stop acting like you don't. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, I hate it when people do that. But anyway, if you look at a lot of YouTubers and a lot of videos, a lot of people did blame Claudia. A lot of people did blame Armon for this entire thing falling apart. They did. But I was never convinced that it was only Claudia and that it was only Armon. I was never convinced of that. Never convinced. For whatever reason. It's just something about it that never made me be convinced by this. I've always felt like Al was the biggest offender because he was the most quietest. And the thing is, Armon was getting blamed left and right, and he was not speaking up on his own behalf. Like, he wouldn't even talk about TGIF drama on his channel. And as a person that watch Armon all the time, I was waiting for him to tell his side of the story, because I just did not feel like somebody had to, you know, put a battery in his back. But what I do think that the problem that Armon had in this whole thing, I think the biggest issue that I got with Armon in this, and it's not really an issue, it's just something I disagree with. When you come into a workplace and people putting shit in your ear and telling you shit about other folks, you can listen to it, but that's all you need to do. Listen to it. You ain't got to act on shit. You ain't got to do shit. Just listen to what they say. Take heed to what they say, and you just figure things out for yourself. Because I've only had 2 jobs out of my whole life, and I've heard things that people said about other folks when I first came in. They'd be like, don't trust her. Don't trust him. Don't listen to him. Oh, he think he runs shit. All this other stuff. Like, I hear people do that. I used to hear people do that shit all the time. And I would listen, and I sit there, and I let it marinate, listen to what they say, all those things. And if the shit was true, I'd be like, girl, you didn't lie. You didn't lie. You know what I mean? Like, it's smart when you come into a job to just stay out of other people's mess. And when people come for you with that same shit, you got to remain neutral until you see things for yourself, and then until you experience it yourself. Because if you don't experience it yourself, you all you got to go by is secondhand information. Until you see it for yourself, just stay neutral. That's the only thing that I say when it come down to Armon, because he really came into a situation that was already fucked up anyway. He came into a situation where there was two people and it was a power struggle between two people who wasn't getting along, and they both needed somebody on their side, and that's just what it was. And I personally feel like Al was the culprit. While everybody got a part in it, Al is not innocent. And I'm telling y'all, people was mad at me, y'all. Like when I was talking about this, if you watched it, I always said everybody played a part, but I also said that Al was not innocent, and I feel like he's the biggest culprit in this whole situation, because I just always felt like Al was sneaky as hell. I always felt like he was sneaky. I couldn't put my finger on it. But then again, you know, I probably was going back to when he was still walking around here pretending like he was straight on Basketball Wives, stirring up that drama between, you know, Susie and Evelyn on Basketball Wives. You know, he was a messy queen even back then. He was a messy sissy back then, if you ask me. You know what I mean? And I just felt like this nigga got some going on, and I just really feel like this motherfucker ain't innocent. You feel what I'm saying? Like, he just not innocent at all. Like, I just, Everybody want to make it seem like Al was the victim. Everybody want to make it seem like Al was bullied by colorist Claudia. Everybody want to make it seem like he was being bullied by loudmouth ass Armon, all those things. But I just never, ever felt like Al was in the clear on this. I never felt that way. Never. Let me see. Al was damned if he did, damned if he did. And I agree with that. I do feel like he was damned if he did, damned if he didn't. I agree with that. But, and I think that's why Armon really didn't speak on TGIF like that. If we're being honest here, I feel like that's one of the things that I think, because I would always wonder, I was like, why isn't Armon speaking up for himself? Like, why isn't he saying anything? Because I personally don't think that he's the reason. So why isn't he speaking up for himself? I would always say that. And I just feel like at this point, I feel like the only reason why he wasn't speaking up for himself was because the only reason why is because of the fact that he probably felt as though it don't matter. It really don't matter. People gonna blame me anyway, so it really don't matter. And I think that's what it was. But I just felt like regardless of anything, he needed to speak up for his own self, honestly. You know, but again, when you already looked at as a loudmouth, messy sissy, like they look at Armon anyway, and they always say he fall out with everybody, he do this with everybody, he's the reason why, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Of course he didn't say anything. So I kind of understand it, but then again, I still wish he would have said something anyway, what people got to say. You know what I mean? Let me see. I honestly don't feel like Armon is wrong in the situation. He had everybody playing in his face. I agree. Everybody was playing in his face. Everybody was playing in his face. Was he innocent? No, but everybody was playing in his face. And we'll all be complete idiots if we all sit up here and act like they wasn't. They were definitely playing in his face all day. Like completely playing in his face. Let's see. Al is the problem, in my opinion. Definitely. Al not the problem. Okay. Let's see. Never getting your feelings and blurt things out on your job unless you're ready to quit. I just feel Armon came when it was already bad for him. I would have told all of them, I am here to work. Not no side, not side on either. Al and Funky are both the problems. They don't like Armand because they are jealous. I'm glad it's all coming to the light. Al is just a highbrow elitist who's insecure and doesn't have the comments that Armand does. I definitely think he's elitist. Has Al came out and said anything yet? Nope. Glad people are seeing the real Al Jones. Baby, I've been seeing Al Jones for who she was. Been seeing Alberta for who she was. Alberta Reynolds, been seeing her for the sissy that he is. Been seeing it. I've been saying it. And it's just like, people was looking at me like I was fucking crazy. Like I was just hating on this nigga. Nope, I wasn't. I saw it. They're all responsible for the demise, but Al was the catalyst of the issues. Yep, agreed. I feel like the roast is still shouldn't have been done because by that time people knew that there was behind the scenes stuff, and I believe the roast heightened it. No, I agree with that too. And Armon had every right to defend himself. Yes, he did. I was glad when he did it. Let me see. Let me see something here. We're gonna get into the Zoom call. We ain't got into the Zoom call yet. So don't you worry. We haven't gotten into it yet. Alden turned off his comments on IG. They on his neck. Alberta did exactly what needed to be done. Alberta knew that everybody was gonna drag her. That's why Alberta turned them comments off. I would have did it too. Alberta is a misogynistic, sexist man. He never comes for men like he does women, aka cowardice. Oh, absolutely. See, that's why, like, I remember when they was looking for different, replacements and stuff. And I remember Conscious TV was doing a live one day, and they was pretty much saying, it was like people was saying, put names in a chat of people that they felt could have been, could have sat in the seat with that Funky had. And I remember people saying my name. And of course, I don't believe that I could do a show like TGIF. I don't, that could just could be me being modest or whatever, but I just don't see myself doing it. But however, I know if I was on that show, me and Al wouldn't get along. Cause I see right through that fake ass shit that he do. Like I've been seeing it, and ain't no way. Yeah, they said me, they said Mims, they said Alexander Rogers, and I felt like Mims or Alex or Armon could have done it, not me. Cause me and Al, I would have been on Al's head. I'm telling you. But did anyone really know that it was something going on between Armon and Al after the roast? To me, Al put the issues on the front street when he called Funky live. I believe people knew. You know what I mean? Like, I believe people knew it because of the way he would come at Armon on screen, like call him boy and just downgrade him on the shows that I would catch, all kind of backhanded compliments that he would give. Like, people could tell that there was something going on with Al and Armon, but couldn't nobody just put their finger on it. Sometimes we watch stuff and we get certain energies misconstrued with stuff, but this is one of those things where I personally feel like Al didn't see it for Armon, and that's just what it was. So let me see. Let me see. Al is too oily. I don't trust people who are shiny all the time. It's a stress sweat up to no good. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I meant to say, since Scotty loves Armon, a lot of people love Scotty. I feel like everyone sides with Armon, and I like Scotty too. Huh? What you talking about? And they do not. A lot of people do not side with Armon. I saw more people going in on Armon than anything. Okay, let's see. He knew what he was doing when he called Funky on live, because when Funk first said he was live, Al said, "I don't give a." He sure did. Exactly. When you are in the shade business, you got to be ready to receive as much as you give. What's the old saying? Get off the stool. Yeah, exactly. Al got jealous when Armon got his own music segment. That's when he started to change up on Armon, period. Hey, Bando. Y'all know I gotta be extra when he come up in here. Let me see. Al hurt his chances of getting future jobs in showbiz. He did. He always stayed Son and Armon, and I knew because I watched every day. So when the roast happened, I cackled and keyed. I just had my popcorn. To be honest, I cackled and keyed too. Honestly, I did. Way too many people went against Armon Wiggins, and I don't understand why. Me either. I don't side with Armon with a lot of things, but if he's right about something, he's right. Exactly, pretty much. I feel like everyone was equally messy. But see, that's the thing though. Everybody was equally messy, but the only person that's not owning up to their messiness is Al. Like Claudia is messy as, and she knows she messy as, and she'll own it. You know what I mean? Armon know that he messy as too, and he will own it. Al and Funky I didn't even know that he messy as too. I don't know if he own it. Sometimes he own it, sometimes he don't. But he own it more than Al do, because Al don't own okay. And he ain't saying nothing. Cause he know what is given. Remember, Al was to do red carpets and Claudia was the mod, and Funky had the not me girl. Al's red carpets were cut because he was paying out of pocket, child. So they all fumbled the bag because the plan was to gang up on Claudia, and Armon didn't follow the plan. That's what it sounded like to me. What is your issue with Funky again? I forgot. You forgot because I never said I had an issue with Funky. I give Funky his 10s all the time. So where you get this issue thing from? I give him his 10s all the time. I say I look up the Funky all the time. So why would I have an issue with him? I don't know that man. We never had a conversation. I follow him on all social media platforms. And when he's right, he's right. And when he's wrong, he's wrong. And that's that. So what are you talking about? Y'all get it twisted. Whenever somebody disagree with somebody, y'all want to sit up here and say that they got a problem with them. Like, what you talking about? Like, I never had a problem with him. I'm gonna call his ass out when he on some bullshit. Absolutely, but you know, nah. Let's see. Child, Al is somewhere hiding at a swingers event, hiding out. If you don't say ish, then you guilty by public opinion to me. Right. I never liked Al, and he should have never been on the show. Period. Period. I ain't never liked Alberta. Never liked Alberta. Never have and never will. Okay? Alberta cannot be trusted. Absolutely. You know what, y'all? Since y'all in the chat, we're not gonna refer to Al as Al anymore. His name is officially Alberta. So Alberta. So if you ever, speak on Al in this chat, please say Alberta. That's the only way we're going to, get this going. You got to call his ass Alberta. We cannot call him Al anymore. His name is Alberta. Period. Let me see. Keep activating on Thundercat Al Reynolds. Period. All right. Thank you for the super chat. This friend of Al is still in these internet streets talking. Al really need to tell his boy to shut the F up for real because he ain't making Ish no better. And that's another thing too. Mad Beef's got a clip of his friend on a YouTube channel by the name of AT2 or something like that. And he was blaming Claudia Jordan for spreading rumors about Armon Wiggins. I think I'm going to play that shit too because we're going to get into all the things, honey. Shout out to Mad Beast for having that shit too. I wanted to talk a little bit about this whole thing for the first 30 minutes before we got into anything. We got 3 more minutes and then I'm gonna play the clips for y'all. I love when Heavily read the F out of Alberta. Absolutely. Absolutely. Funky would never admit that Alberta manipulated him and he fell for Alberta's lies. It's easier to manipulate someone than convince them that they've been manipulated. Scotty, why don't you like Al? I just think that Al is a bitch ass nigga. Like, I'm just being honest. I think that he's a bitch ass nigga and he just comes across very elitist to me. And I just don't like people like that. It's just that. Like, and then I didn't like his opinions of K Michelle when, and I said this on the last video, I believe, but when K Michelle was suing for people speaking on her vagina or whatever, he said some ignorant shit. You can go back and watch it because I got a video of me dragging his stupid ass when I was in my closet doing videos. I drug him for that. So that's the reason why I don't like him. So yeah, let me see. How was Claudia and Armon vindicated? Vindicated from what? Claudia, Al, Reynolds, and Armon are the reason for the downfall of TGIF. The recording only shows Al Reynolds having a meltdown, and that's why they're vindicated, because it's showing him having a meltdown, causing all of the issues on the show. That meltdown is basically what everybody involved has been talking about. Him constantly having meltdowns, him constantly going to, management, or constantly going to producers and things like that. That's why they're vindicated, because Al is looking like the victim in this whole thing, and he not. I don't see how you don't understand why we're saying that Armon and Claudia are vindicated, because here's the thing. Armon and Claudia have both owned up to the parts that they played in this situation, while Al is sitting up here looking like Casper the Ghost. Let's be clear. Casper. Okay? That's what he's sitting around here looking like, while everybody else to set up there and own their stuff. Alberta ain't on, and these Zoom calls are vindicating everybody that said that he had an issue. It vindicates everything. It also, lets it be known everything that Armon said was the facts. However, hey Sheridan, we're about to get into these clips that show Alberta in a bad light. Now, here's the thing. I think I want to start with his friend Sean. Now, Alberta Reynolds' business partner Sean, he went on this YouTube channel once again. It's called AT2. Shout out to you. I'm gonna put the link at the bottom of the video when this live is done. But he went there and pinned the blame on Claudia Jordan for spreading rumors about Armon Wiggins to get him fired. But even in his own story, he admits that Al started the rumors. And then there was the text message that Armon showed to prove that Al was doing something sneaky behind his back. So we're going to get into that. I don't want to put the clip on the screen. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to let it play. So let's get into it, y'all.
Was like just before the Zoom. Al was like, "Oh yeah, Justin and Armon hang out. They went on a few dates. It was a casual like group conversation, and nobody zoomed in on it. It wasn't like it wasn't no tea, right? It was just like, oh yeah, like we love Armon, right? Him and Justin even hang out. Yeah, that's how that happened. And then when they got on a Zoom call 2-3 days later, Claudia said Claudia was complaining about Armon, and she said he only got that job because him and Justin is sleeping around. And that's
And let me make something clear because I see some of y'all are getting it wrong. Sean is Alberta's friend, not AT2. Okay? Let's make that clear. AT2 is the YouTube channel that Sean appeared on. AT2 is a YouTuber. Sean is the friend. Sean appeared on AT2's channel. Okay? Just so we won't get nothing wrong. Just so we won't make any, misconceptions. Okay? Let me rewind this so we can play it again because I had to stop it so y'all can get the right story. Cause I don't want no rumors being spreaded over here. Hold on, y'all.
was like this before the Zoom. Al was like, "Oh yeah, Justin and Armon hang out. They went on a few dates. It was a casual like group conversation, and nobody zoomed in on it. It wasn't like it wasn't no tea, right? It was just like, oh yeah, like we love Armon, right? Him and Justin even hang out. Yeah, that's how that happened. And then when they got on a Zoom call 2-3 days later, Claudia said Claudia was complaining about Armon, and she said he only got that job because him and Justin is sleeping around. And that's when so that's what happened on that Zoom call. And Joyce said, "What?" So then the Zoom call was over, and Joyce, I believe she called or texted Armon and said, "We need a meeting tomorrow." So they had the meeting the next day, and Claudia recorded them. She said it on a Funky Dineva thing, or on an Armon thing. They had a meeting the next day, and when they had the meeting, Claudia was like, "Oh, Joyce, like when I'm walking. It's a lot going on right here." So Claudia was like, "Oh," so Joyce was like, "Claudia, told us last night about you and Justin having an inappropriate relationship and da da da." And our mom was like, "What? That you're sleeping with Justin, or you and Justin had an intimate relationship before?" And our mom went the fuck off. And he was like, "Claudia, who told you that?" She said, "Al. Al said it."
Now Sean came over there and hold on now. Wait a minute now. Wait, you wait one motherfucker. Now you wait a minute. Cause I got a list too. So you don't do too much now. You wait a damn minute. Okay. Just saying. Just saying. But anyway, now he set up here on AT2's channel and said that Claudia said that the only reason why Armon got the job is because he was fucking Justin, right? But then in the same breath, you say that Claudia stated that Al was the one who told her that Justin and Armon was fucking. So what are you talking? So Al is keeping up the mess. Pretty much. And here's the thing. Why you guys Sean out here speaking for you? This is what I mean by a bitch ass nigga. Because what the you got him out here speaking for your ass for? Is what I'm saying. Like he walking around here going from YouTube to YouTube, being your damn mouthpiece. Like, and for what? And for what? Your mouthpiece for what? Shout out to the 700 folks in the chat. But for what again? Why are you speaking for? Like, why are you speaking for Al? Why are you putting yourself in the line of fire for him at this point? When you know that he's not innocent in this whole thing. He's sitting up here telling you stuff. He told Claudia that stuff. And then, that pretty much set it off for Claudia and Armon. And on top of that, Claudia already was feeling some type of way anyway about him being on the show because she felt like he didn't like women or whatever. That's the first thing they say about us anyway, that we don't like women because we have strong opinions sometimes. But that's neither here nor there. This ain't even the video for that. But that's the truth. So it's just like you sitting up here and you are allowing your friend to go to YouTube after YouTube after YouTube after YouTube after YouTube to say this and that. Don't you got a YouTube channel? So why you can't speak on your own? Why you can't talk on your own? You can talk any other motherfucking time. So why you ain't talking today? My question is, was you trying to Justin Alberta and you was mad that Armon did it first? Is that what it is? I don't know. That's what it come across to me. I don't know. But I'm really just bullish when I say that, so I don't really know. But but I don't know. But we can get into the clips, honey. We can get into these clips. Now, the first one that I'm gonna play is the actual Zoom with Claudia, Armon, and Joyce. Okay? And every time I hear the name Joyce, all I think about is Aunt Nora and their wedding dress shop with Candy and Mama Joyce and Aunt Bertha and Carmen and Kwame, where Aunt Nora said, I don't know. She started jumping up like, you my friend's mom. Like, she gonna do something to Joyce. I ain't gonna let her do nothing to Joyce. That's what I hear every time I hear something about Joyce. I ain't gonna let her do nothing to Joyce. She definitely lied to Feisty. As a matter of fact, Karma. That's what she said. Karma. I ain't gonna let her do nothing to Joyce. Hold on, y'all trying to get everything together first. Let me pull this up real quick. Because I ain't finna let her do nothing to Joyce. I'm just not. I'm not finna let her do nothing to Joyce. And that's on gang. That's on the gang. I ain't finna let her do nothing to Joyce. You ain't no damn family. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait. Okay, here we go, y'all. Let me do it real quick. Hold on, y'all. Here you go.
Just at each other's throats. How did it even get started? I don't know. She is evil. She just jumped up like, nah, you my friend's mom. Like she gonna do something to Joyce. I ain't finna let her do nothing to Joyce. You ain't
I don't understand. Anyway, this is coming from ConsciouzTV. Okay, shout out to him once again. I'll leave his link at the bottom of the video once this live is over with. And this is the Zoom call with Claudia, Armon, and Joyce. So let's get into it, y'all. Let me mute my mic.
With you guys, but I cannot get into the back and forth. You know, this one lied on this one, and that one lied on that one, and this one said this one. I can't even tell you the things that I know.
I agree with you.
Same, Joyce.
I would have never brought this to your attention had there not been a three-way meeting about me and Justin's relationship, and me and Justin were completely isolated.
So out of context. And that is what is frustrating me, Armon, is that you are taking what that meeting was about out of context, because what you are alluding to is that Claudia and Al asked to meet with me to talk about you and your relationship and why you got this job and you're having an affair with Justin. What does that sound like to you? That is just absolutely insane to me. Okay. And that did not go down like that. And so
yes, it did. It did. And I will put my hand, I will swear on a stack of Bibles. So let me just, you know what, all this lying, I can't take it anymore. I cannot take this. Al called me the day after the Image Awards and said, we need to have a meeting with Joyce. And I found it weird because we don't really talk anymore. He wanted to have a meeting since I'm tired of the lies. and it has to all be on the table. And I wish Al was here. And I said, what? He calls me up and says he doesn't like the direction of the show. And at the time, I wasn't feeling it either, in full disclosure. And Armon, I told you this.
We already know this.
I told you I wasn't feeling it either. I felt like it was all this contention. It was this negative, and I felt the same way. So he's like, I want to have a meeting with Joyce, which I thought was weird that he wanted to include me because I know they have their relationship and they talk a lot. And then they're close. So I was like, all right, whatever. I'll be on the meeting. In the meeting, he said he felt a few things. He felt like Justin is making the show too gay, and he wanted Destiny to have a more of a bigger role in the show and take over the topics. Did say that. He felt a few things. He felt like Justin is making the show too gay, and he wanted Destiny to have a more of a bigger role in the show and take over the topics. Did say.
He said that Justin was making the show too gay and that he wanted Dustin. Did she say he wanted Dustin to have a bigger role on the show, or did I get that confused with somebody else? Can somebody tell me right now? Did she say she wanted Dustin, that he wanted Dustin to have a bigger role on the show? I hope I didn't hear that wrong, because that's what it sounded like to me. I don't know. That's why I rewinded the first time, because I could have sworn, oh, she said Destiny. Okay. Destiny. I'm sorry, y'all. But okay, but it was made to seem like Claudia was the one that was saying that the show was going to be too gay and that she didn't want to. It was Alberta. Okay. Hold on, y'all. We're going to continue on, y'all.
Things. He felt like Justin is making the show too gay, and he wanted Destiny to have a more of a bigger role in the show and take over the topics. Did say that. Okay, so you agree with that. Then he also said, and Armon, I don't like the tone of the show, and I'm just not happy, and I don't think I can do this much longer if he's here. And I was like, wow, okay, he said that. He also said, I went out with Armon, and Armon said that him and Justin went on a date, and he's been very heavily coached for this job, including being told to join after. That is what's being said. I'm sorry, Joyce. I'm a very honest person. I'm not good at lying, and I will tell the truth. That's what was said in the meeting. We had this meeting. We did have a meeting. He did say that. I'm not even putting that on you. That's why I find it very odd that you're rushing to his defense and saying, no, shutting it down. He said it, Joyce. I'm a very credible person, and I'm not a liar. I'm not.
I agree with every single thing.
Okay, but he did tell you that, Joyce, and I don't know why you're denying it.
That's a problem. That's a problem.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
So Joyce, you didn't tell me that he said that I am making the show heavily gay.
Yes, he
as
did.
a manager. That is
he did say that. He said he wanted. He said he wanted Destiny to take over your role and to put her more in the position.
You didn't tell me this, Joyce.
Swear to God.
He didn't say that Justin was making.
Not Joyce getting caught up. Not Joyce getting. So you mean to tell me? So you mean to tell me that Al got Joyce wrapped around his finger, and he letting these folks get her caught up. And I thought you weren't gonna let nobody do nothing to Joyce, Alberta. Now how you gonna sit up here? Joyce, oh my God. Girl, you look stupid. You look so dumb right now. You're sitting up here. You're sitting up here trying to protect this Chaz nigga. You sit up here trying to protect him, and you getting caught up, and you getting read, and you getting slayed, and you getting gathered in the process. Like, girl, talking about it's not a problem. Yes, it is. Are you serious, girl? But we're gonna continue on. Let's continue.
He get heavily gay.
Oh my God! I got Joyce.
That's what he said.
Let me walk it off.
He felt that the show was turning heavily gay. He didn't say that Justin is making the show heavily gay.
Then why would he suggest Destiny to take over?
No, he didn't say for Destiny to take over. He said maybe what Destiny can do is Destiny. Hold on 1 second.
Basically, we're saying the same thing, but you're making it more palatable. We're saying the same thing. You guys, I'm not a liar. I've never lied. I can't lie about this.
Stephanie can take over doing more of the topics that, as it relates to women, as it relates to relationships. That's what he said. And I said, oh, okay. Well, that's a good idea. You know.
Have you ever told Justin this?
We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I told Justin. The overall theme of what our conversation was. That's
no, you didn't tell me that Al said that you said the show was becoming heavily gay. This is new to me, Joyce. That's why I'm just really shocked. I didn't, this was not told to me from my manager.
I just feel like, why were we not on this meeting if it was going into that much depth?
I'm not going to sit here and continue to go around.
Because they didn't think I'd ever tell you guys, because we were all kept at odds for a reason. Al has been puppeteering, keeping us all fighting against each other and not getting along, having sidebar conversations, trying to get me fired to Joyce, and then having conversations with me, Armon, to try to get you fired to Joyce and to me, and that is a fact. And as long as you and I weren't speaking, and then Justin and I were in a weird place ever since I was on College Hill, so we weren't speaking. So all of us aren't speaking like we're supposed to. But Joyce and Al are still speaking very much. And Al has been very much been creating them, been puppeteering all of us to be at odds. And then all it took was me finally have a conversation with Armon, because I did not like the feeling. I was like, you know what? I love doing this show, and I want us to get along. I want to extend an olive branch to him, and I'm glad he was open to it. We spoke, and now we're good, Joyce. And that's why the show has been really good the last few days, because we're not being kept at odds. Fun fact for you, Joyce. Do you know whenever me and Armon get into it on the show, and he comes for me, Al rushes and calls Armon to tell him how much he loves the discourse on the show when he comes for me? What kind of show is that? What kind of show is that?
Okay, so this is what Conscious had put up here. It says, Claudia and Armon confront head of production, Joyce, about Alberta spreading gossip and causing dissension. Production validates to Armon that what Claudia is saying about him sleeping with Justin, another producer, is true. Originated from Alberta Reynolds during a meeting outside of Armon's presence. Production is also witness protecting Al Reynolds, leaving Claudia and Armon to suffer with no remedy until the show unfortunately came to cancellation. Okay, so that's what this is saying up here. Okay, let's see. What else? Okay, so Conscious also puts up here. Oh, this also provides that Al Reynolds' friend Sean lied about Claudia starting the rumor. Tisk, tisk. You can also use this video for commentating purposes. Just credit me, ConsciouzTV, spelled right. Okay, so that was Conscious. Shout out to him because he did God's work. Okay, he did God's work. He did God's work for this. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't even be able to eat today. Okay, so shout out to him. But yes, and that's what I took from it as well. That means that them saying that Claudia started the Justin rumor was a lie. That came from Alberta. That's who it came from, honey. Okay. Now, the next thing that we got here is I'm getting this off of Mad Beefs. Now, like I said, this is where it becomes tricky for me because I see I see House of Aaron being credited for this, but I know that Conscious also has this on his channel as well. But this is a video of Al Reynolds going off on Mama Joyce. Okay, so we're about to get into that now. Let's get into it. Now, don't put God in this childish, worldly stuff. God is not in this. Michelle, honey, listen. If you don't, I don't know if this is your first time tuning in, but for those of you that's been watching me for years, they know what I mean when I say you doing God's work. Okay? Yeah. I'm sorry. Let's get into it, y'all.
I'm not raising my voice at you.
Well, I am, because I'm upset. I'm tired of my EP not respecting how I feel. I'm tired of my EP talking shit about me. I'm tired of my EP acting like one thing in front of one group and one thing in front of another. Okay, I have a right to be upset. I asked you to please let me go. You will not let me go.
Wow.
So this is what you get.
I'm not raising my voice.
So do y'all hear Alberta beating on the table, demanding to be let go? You know what I'm saying? Beating on the table, saying, I want to be let go, but y'all won't let me go. Okay, y'all won't let me go. Period. That's what it's saying. Alberta is really a menace behind closed doors. And I know that it's the popular thing to do, to blame Claudia for everything. But we cannot sit here. I mean, let's be honest here, y'all. I'm sorry. Like, and I know I can babble, I can ramble, I can repeat shit 1,000 times on one video, but I'm going to have to do it. At the end of the damn day, it is not just Claudia's fault. Everybody played a role in this messy ass shit. I think the one that's the most innocent in this whole thing, and he ain't even innocent either, but the one that's the least culpable is fucking Armon, because he walked into a situation that was already volatile. He walked into a situation that was already a hostile work environment. He walked into a situation where two people were at odds. He walked into a situation where one mother didn't want him on the show. The other mother knew that the other mother didn't want him on the show. So he wanted to pit them against each other and do all that other stuff. And like I said on the last video, Al is not slick. Funky said he didn't know certain stuff, but he did know, because it's pretty clear. It's clear to me that after every show, Al was calling Tyrone, aka Funky, girl, let me tell you what happened on the show last night. Girl, let me tell you what Claudia been doing. Girl, let me tell you what Armon did. Girl, I don't want to be on this show. Girl, blah, blah, blah. I know you did it. It was pretty obvious that you did when Funky was on live and you called him while he was on live. And don't act like you didn't know that he was on live, Muff, because Funky said more than one time, I'm on live. I'm on live. I'm on live. I'm on live. And this nigga said he didn't give a. You knew exactly what you was doing. You been running your damn mouth, and you been walking around here playing like you innocent in this whole thing, and you know that you not. You letting your friend go from YouTuber to YouTuber to speak on your behalf, to sweep your lies in that damn dustpan. You know what I'm saying? And it's plain to see that everybody was trying to make Armon the problem. But if he was really if he was the sole problem, they could have just let him go. But they did not, because everybody had a problem with Alberta. From what it sounds like to me, from what Armon said, everybody had a damn problem with Alberta. Everyone did. So yeah, at the end of it all, this ain't even about me taking sides. This is about me seeing shit from my own two eyes. And I've been saying from day one, Al is the biggest offender. I don't care what nobody got to say about it. The biggest offender out of everybody in this situation. I just feel like the people that do sneaky sideways stuff, on the flip side, they the worst ones. Those are the people you can't trust. See, I can deal with a person that's gonna stab me in the chest, but when you come from behind me and do some bullshit, I know I can't trust you. Okay? Claudia said what she said. Claudia said what she did. Claudia admitted what she didn't want. Al ain't said nothing. He being a sissified Karen, in my opinion. That's what he doing. It got everybody thinking that he's a victim. And you know, even when Armon responded, although Armon responded in a way that people were going to blame him for the whole thing, or people were going to say that, you know, oh, you just playing right into Funky Dineva's hands. Funky already said you immature, and you responded that way because you are immature. You feel what I'm saying? Like, all those things, even though he responded in a way that everybody was going to turn it and make him out to be the bad person in this whole situation, at the end of the day, the truth was going to always prevail anyway. At first, like I said, I was fine with Armon responding. I just wanted him to be a little bit more calmer with his response, due to the fact that I didn't want nobody to be sitting up here saying, this is coming from a person that supports him. I just did not want that, because I already knew what was going to be said. As soon as he blew up on camera, oh, all you doing is playing into Funky Dineva's hand. All you doing is proving him right. Because that's all that people been saying. But you cannot sit up and speak on somebody else's situation and then think that they can't say nothing back. You cannot control how a person responds, although we don't want them to respond that way. But just put yourself in Armon's shoes, right? Just put yourself there. You get a big opportunity to do a show like TGIF, okay? On a small network like Foxo, you know, it's getting a little bit of, you know, people been talking about the show, you know, whatever. So you do that. There's a possibility that this will be good for you and your brand. You know, it could take you to another level at some point. And then you walk into a situation where it's already volatile, it's already not great, it's not the best situation. You caught in the middle between two coworkers that hate each other. One don't want me on the show, the other one telling me shit, feeding me information, feeding the other one information. And then I'll go and I do a roast, and then everybody been talking about it, sets the internet ablaze. All the bloggers talking about it, all the YouTubers are talking about it. Then the next thing you know, the show gets canceled maybe a week or so later, and now everyone's blaming me and my roast as the point of contention as to why this show ended. And I'm not saying anything because I don't want to look like the bad guy, okay? I don't want to look like the bad guy. I don't want to look like the bad guy. Okay. So I'm not saying anything. And Andrea Chambers, who is Claudia's mouthpiece, I know you're not talking about me. But anyway, because I don't even know Claudia. But anyway, I'm looking at it and I see all these people on Twitter, people on the blogs, people on the YouTubes, everybody saying I'm the reason. Everybody's blaming me. And then I see somebody that I looked at as a mentor, someone that I was inspired by, someone that I love, someone that I looked up to, get on an interview and say how disappointed they are in me and not even tell me how they really felt. And now they're speaking on certain things and they don't even know the full facts about it. So now I'm mad and I'm finna lash the hell out. Even though I might not need to lash out, I'm about to lash the hell out because of the simple fact that everybody's blaming me. So imagine how he felt at that time. Imagine how he felt to see everybody blaming his ass for this whole situation. And now that he done came out and said something, and it's still, oh, Funky was still right. He immature. No, it's not even about him being immature. Like I said, it was an emotionally charged response, but that was a response where enough is enough. Is enough. That's where that response came from. He was tired of everybody blaming him, and he's used to everybody blaming him for everything. So it is what it is. And I don't care if Funky was asked or not. Yes, he was asked, and Armon responded to what he said. He was still speaking, whether he was asked the question or not, and whether or not they're friends or not. If I don't know what really happened, I'm not speaking on that. If you can call me, if you can text me and tell me other shit like, a month don't want me on the show, if you can call me and tell me about don't trust that hoe, don't trust that hoe, don't trust that hoe, then you can call me and tell me that you finna do an interview and they're probably going to talk about TGIF and I'm going to say this and I'm going to say that and I'm going to be real about it. Give me a heads up. They ain't got to be friends. They were cool enough to have each other's numbers. They were cool enough to be, he was cool enough to tell him this and tell him that. Come on now. Y'all need to stop doing that. For real. It's the principle of the matter. He was asked. Okay. And Armon responded because there were things that were said that were not correct. That's why he responded. I don't know why don't nobody see why. I don't know why that's so hard to fathom. That shouldn't be hard to fathom at all. For real. And listen, this ain't me yelling at my audience or disrespecting my audience or being mad with certain people who don't agree. It's just that it's a certain standard that I have. And what I don't like is for people to play with me and gaslight the shit out of me. I cannot stand it. I can't stand it. No matter who it is, I do not like someone that will piss on my head and tell me that it's raining. I can't stand it. That's the thing that irks me the most. If you want to get me upset, if you want to make me scream, if you want to make my face turn red and make me cry out of anger, you gaslight me. You do that. I'm telling you, you're going to see a whole nother side of me. I cannot stand for a person to gaslight me. And I don't have to chill. All I did was respond to what you said. But however, no, I don't like the gaslighting. And I feel like that's what this is. I feel as though when it comes down to this situation, a lot of the people, want to act as if they don't see what's going on and why Armon responded the way that he did. The problem was, once again, he spoke on certain things that he didn't know nothing about. And number two, you want to give me advice, but you're doing the same shit. You want to tell me not to be immature, but you was being immature when you was doing certain shit. You was being immature when you went live at the same time as them. Is that not messy? Is that not petty? Is that not immature? Everybody got yeah. Mm-mm. And for those of you who's saying that Reynolds don't have to say anything, he don't. Because guess what? It's nothing he can say at this point. So you're right. He don't have to say nothing. He don't have to say anything. Because there's nothing that he can say. He's been exposed. There's nothing to say. There's nothing he can say to defend himself at this point. So you're damn right. He ain't got to say nothing. He can't. It's best that he don't at this point because he gonna look like a big ass liar. He said enough on them Zoom calls. So it's no need for him to come out and say But if he wants the people to stay off his, he might need to. He already turning off his comments because he know that the people coming for it. He know the people eating them up. That's what he do know. I'm just saying. But you know, some of y'all can sit up here and pretend like y'all don't see what's what if you want to. But I'm telling you, I've been seeing this shit. I've been saying this. And everybody want to get mad at me and say, oh, you just skin off Scotty always skin off Armon. Really? Armon even said on Station Head when he shouted me out that even on the interview that I did with him, he said, I've critiqued him. He respects me because I'm not always up his ass all the time. He respects it that even though I with you, I'm going to call you out if you on some bullshit. He even said that. So how am I in this? That's stupid. But I wonder if the same people that said that would be in these comments today. Will you be there? Period. Okay. But y'all, that's it. Hold on, let me see. Claudia Jordan and Armon Wiggins have been fired off a YouTube channel. How that looks on a resume? Fired from a YouTube channel from Fox Soul. What explanation would ratchet Claudia Jordan give? You know, Michelle, I've been told not to put, not to respond to any of your comments. I've seen it in the chat like this entire live, but I want to take out the time to respond to this one. Okay. I'm gonna go against what they just said and just give you what you want. Okay. First of all, how they fired off a YouTube channel? Armon had a YouTube channel before he brought his ass over to Fox Soul. He don't need Fox Soul's YouTube channel, especially when he was making more money on his own YouTube channel before he brought his ass over there to Fox Soul, making less than what he made by himself. So him being fired off a YouTube channel that ain't even none of his ain't nothing to try to drag him about. If anything, it's a blessing. He makes more money by himself on his own channel than he would over there. So I don't understand what you mean. Claudia Jordan was a name before she came to Fox Soul. Claudia Jordan is going to be just fine. Claudia Jordan always get jobs. Claudia Jordan is always working. So her being fired from a YouTube panel, that's not going to hurt her. Nothing is going to hurt neither one of them at this point. If anything, for Armon at least, it gave him more notoriety. And since we're talking about people being fired from a YouTube channel, what about Al? He fired too, ain't it? And what was Al doing before he came on TGIF? What was Al doing before TGIF? Because I don't recall him doing that before TGIF. The only thing that I knew Alberta for was being in a lesbian relationship with Star Jones and, being Jennifer Williams' gay best friend on Basketball Wives. But that's it. So what Al been doing? Oh, besides being Star Jones's wife? What have I been doing? Please let me know if I told a lie. Can you please tell me? Did I lie? I just want to know. I just want to know, did I lie? That's it. That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. Is did I lie? Did I lie? Ain't nobody telling me if I lied yet. Did I lie? However, all I'm going to say is this here. Alberta, keep on trying to build that boring ass YouTube channel that you got. Because I feel like everybody else involved is going to continue to grow and do other things. I don't know about you, Miss Thing. In the words of Monica, Miss Thing. Who? So that's really all I got, y'all. I think I done stretched this out enough, honestly. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Appreciate the new subscribers that have subscribed due to this video. Like, I appreciate you guys. We had over 800 people in here. I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Y'all do know that at 9 p.m. Eastern time, we have Yes for the Music with Bando. Hopefully y'all tune in for that. I gotta rewatch the Braxtons. I have not made up my mind on if it's going to be a live or if it's going to be like a pre-recorded type of thing. I don't know. But if there's any new information about this story, y'all know to drop it in my DMs. Cause y'all know I'm coming. Okay, y'all know I'm coming back. 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 But like I said, be sure to come back for Yes for the Music. But I do gotta rewatch the Braxtons. I think I'm going to review it. And it might be live. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know right now. But I do gotta rewatch it though. It was a very heavy episode. But with that being said, you guys. I'm out of here. Be sure to hit up my cousin Sean. She's from Community First Real Estate. If you're looking for your real estate needs to be met in the Metro Jackson area, be sure to hit her up. All her information is right there on the screen, y'all. And I'm thinking about doing a story time tomorrow night. I'm not sure, but I'll figure it out. And all those things. So with that being said, y'all, this be your boy Scotty by Nature TV. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video, and also click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops. And if you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my TikTok will be down below. Okay. I enjoyed you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the show itself. And shout out to my new subscribers. I love you guys. The Scotty Gang will welcome you with open arms. And I'm going to leave you guys with the song by my baby daddy himself, honey. Bando Kane. It's the song is called Don't Sweat, featuring Alana DeBlonde. If you haven't picked it up, streamed it on YouTube, do so now. I'm out of here until the next video. Bye.
Don't shake your ass, booty acting up. Don't grab your drinks, maybe pass the Dutch. Damn, shorty bad, looking bad as fuck. Don't sweat it, ain't no competition, I said it. Don't exist for the beef, motherfucker, I did it. Pull up, knock your corns like Mario. Couldn't stop me do 100 miles of cardio. Damn. You niggas stay faking, you niggas stay hating, you niggas so basic. You felt the win, so don't test me, nigga. My team lethal weapon, Joe Pesci, nigga. They hate to see me win, so I cause them frustration. Haters hear my name, so I give them penetration. Bro, running this race on you fucking lanes. Spin the block, Debo, bitch, sucking chain. Bam.
Nigga high. Don't sweat. Don't stop. Don't sweat. Nigga high. Don't sweat. Don't stop.